At Spurs, I mean, it was a very exciting Tottenham team you played in, and we were just chatting before you came on air that there are parallels really to the current side. It was a very front foot attacking side back in your day, and it kind of is now, isn't it? I mean, what do you make of the current Spurs under Ange? Are you a believer? Do you think you can go on and win titles playing that sort of football?
I'm not so sure. Don't get me wrong, I love Ange and I love the way they play, but I also think there's times in games that it's just there's too many forward players on the pitch. You've got your fullbacks bombing on also, and I think you just get left exposed. I think there's every team in the Premier League will score against Spurs, I feel, at this minute of time. And they've got a great back four, but if you're left with just Romero, Van der Ven and Bentancur sat in front, then teams are going to pick you off. And for me, there's in-game management at times. I'm looking at it going, maybe we need to put on two number sixes maybe and just stiffen it up. Like the Brighton game, for example, was 2-0 up.
And he seems very reliant on Van der Ven chasing back.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean, his recovery pace has got him out of jail
that's the thing,
so much.
It's the fastest man on the planet, isn't he? So he's frightening. But at the same time, you don't want to be doing that every game. When you're 2-0 up, it's like sometimes let's just see this game out. Let's just close it up. You're relying so much on the strikers to put the game to bed every game. And I don't know if Spurs forward players are going to do that every week. I'm not like Solanke I really like, but he's not Harry Kane. He's not Harry Kane where he will score 9 times out of 10. Where I still feel Spurs, and we've seen it this season, they've been on top in games, but they've not put the game to bed. It should have been 4 or 5-0. Yeah. And it's 2-0 and 1-0, and they've ended up going on to lose games.
So it's the tactics, not the personnel, because I mean, I was just about to say, if you had a kind of real proper world-class number 6 in there, if you like, who was that screen for that back four, you don't feel that would be enough. It is a tactical thing where sometimes, you need to shut up shop and be a bit tighter.
I think sometimes in games, like I said, Andrew stuck to his guns, so I'm fair play to him for that. But me personally, watching from the outside, and as a Spurs fan also, I've sat there watching the games going, let's make a change here, let's put 2 in there at least. Yeah. But he's not, he's left the 1, he's left Bentancur and he's Maddison and Kulusevski going forward. And like I said, you've also got the 3 front players, the 2 fullbacks pushing on. You're left so exposed, I feel, at times.
You think you can play like that and win like that with better players? You think you have to have a kind of step up across the board? And they've got very good players, but they're not the best players.
They've got really good players. And I just feel as if, like I said, if you are going to play that way, you have to put the game to bed every time. So every chance you get, you're near enough after take. You need to be near enough 3-0 up. I've seen it at Brighton. 2-0 up wasn't enough. Yeah. So you have to. It's a high risk strategy. It's a high risk. It's a high risk strategy. And for me in the Premiership, it's too ruthless. If you're going to give away chances, every league will punish you. Yeah. And I think Spurs have found that this season so far.
I imagine chatting to young players is a good thing for you, because, I mean, you were at Leeds as a young kid. Everybody was talking about you when you're like 16. Then Leeds have to sell you because they need the money. You go to Spurs and you're playing for Tottenham at a very young age. You got in pretty quickly after you arrived. So, I mean, so many young players now. We've seen players move on. I've seen players at City and big clubs who want to play now. They want to play at this moment. They want to be, and they feel they're ready, but there's no pathway for them. So I imagine you've seen a bit of that at Leeds.
No, 100%. And like I said, I speak to lots of young players even when I was at Leeds, and I was telling them, like, academy football's it's good, but it's not great. And to me, it's nowhere near. I call it real football. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's not that reliance on you have to win games. Academy football, they're trying things. You're not doing things that you would do on a game at a weekend when you're playing in a championship team or even a League One. So I tell young players all the time, if you get an opportunity, go out and loan. As soon as you can, 16, 17, 18, get yourself out on loan and go play in a first team rather than just sitting in the academy. I think you'll improve so much more. But the problem I found is speaking to some of these young lads is that they're at these so-called bigger clubs and they don't want to drop into a championship. They don't want to drop into a League One. And I'm like, you don't realise the experience and how much better this will improve you.
And sometimes the clubs they want to keep them in-house and work with them in their way, and they don't want to let them out on loan, which can be a bit of a frustration.
100%. Yeah, you get a top talented young kid, you know what clubs are like, they want to keep them in, they're like, we can develop him. But for me, the best development, if they're not progressing, they're not in the first team, even at 16, 17 years old, you should send them out on loan. Get them
play for 3 points. You're taking someone's vote off the table.
You've got the crowd. You've got all the different type of pressure.
It's a different thing.
It's a completely different thing.
Paul Hawksby and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.